Good, good. Getting after it right away, I suppose, yeah?
Yeah,
A
they're
little early. That's all right.
Yeah.
We'll get it going. Boys are awake. Ready for it?
they are.
All right, we'll be coming to you live from the Super Rink up in Blaine, where Wayzata will take on the Cottage Grove Wolfpack. Foster will give a start with the face-off, and Wolfpack will win that face-off across the red line and dump it down deep. Wayzata will go back to retreat. Memphis with it, and he'll bring it up the boards. Good pass there out front. Now Foster and Grayson with it. They'll cross the line. Grayson, hard shot. Goalie makes a save. Foster will take the face-off. That's pushed down low in the corner. Grayson will win that battle, and they'll send that back down low. Now Kellen working down low, sends that up high. Memphis, hard shot down low, but just misses the net. Grayson will go retrieve. Kicks out, and Sid now battling for it. That's just out of the reach of Crosby. Crosby will go back to retrieve that, and he'll wrap that around the boards up to Wyman. Wyman with it. Sends that back over to Sid. Sid working that up the boards to Grayson. Grayson will send that out of the zone, but kick it back, and they're offsides. Wayzata will win the face-off, and they'll kick back to Weston. Weston will bring it up the boards, across the red line, and dump it in deep. Charlie working it behind the net. And that kicks out onto the Wolfpack stick. They'll break out of the zone. Centered up. Not able to connect on that pass. Sam able to hold on to that and kicks it out of the zone. Now Charlie, or Henrik with it. Henrik brings that out to the neutral zone. Hard shot, hard over the net, and then it'll go up to the point, and they'll throw it back down deep. Weston giving pressure. Now Sam with it. Sam working up the boards, and he'll go up across the blue line and dump it down deep. That'll be held in the zone by Wayzata. Dare with it. Dare sends it back down into the corner. Wolfpack tries to exit the zone, but can't. Now do. They get a better stick on that. Crosses the red line and sends it in deep. That bounces off into the corner. Wayzata with it. Tyler Brown sends it across to Upsall. Upsall taking up the boards. Gets knocked off his stick. Goes wide. He crosses the blue line. Sends it in deep. Wolfpack wraps that around the boards, and that comes out of the zone. Retrieved by Vance. Vance makes a jump around a guy. Comes across the blue line. Shot, Dare blocked. And Louis gloves that. Comes off his glove. And now Wolfpack working behind. Dare with Vance with a good battle. Sends it up to the blue line. Shot out front. Louis is going to correct that and make a save. .11:19 left to go in the period. The score is 0-0. Face-off won by Wolfpack, and that's cleared aside. LaRose battling in the corner. Now Dare helping him out. That puck is chipped along the edge. Now LaRose and Sullivan battling. That comes off onto Wolfpack's stick. Dare with it. Wins that battle into the corner. Now sends it down low. Chips that up along the boards and was looking to spring Dvorak. Now Elliott takes a quick at it. Beats the Wolfpack knocked off his stick. Back over to LaRose. LaRose sends that back into where the boys were getting a change. Foster will come up the edge, and it gets chipped off his stick out wide. Tries for a centering pass. Kellen not able to connect on that. Kellen battling in the corner. Wyman rolls up, sends that back to LaRose. LaRose shot from out in front of the slot. Puck sitting down low. Back in the net. Goal! Let's start. Let's roll. Grayson able to clean up the trash. Sends that one to the back of the net, and Wayzata will go up 1-0. Wayzata will win the draw. Cottage goal goes down on the play, and they'll send that one up along the boards in the neutral zone. That would have been a high stick, because those sticks are up pretty high. Grayson with a good play. Kick it out of the zone. Now Grayson with it. Grayson's looking middle. Numbers. Oh, just couldn't quite connect with Kellen. It's going to try for a one-timer. That's the right play. Great job by the boys. It's still buzzing. Good play there by Foster to hold that entries into the zone and swallowed up by the Wolfpack. Now they'll try to exit the zone. That sent hard pass to the red line. Grayson giving some pressure. Grayson trying to send that one up along the boards, and that's pinned off by Cottage Grove. Now they'll work towards the middle. A little pass there over the top of the net. Foster with it. He's coming out of the zone, and him and Grayson will cross the red line and dump it way deep and out of the zone. Wayzata with it. Charlie will work back into his own zone drop. Back is moving backwards. And they'll come into the zone and chip that to a centering pass. Wayzata all over that. Shot out front. Louis makes the save. And that's kicked down below net and into the corner. Good battle there by Tyler as it comes out to Sam. Sam coming up ice with some speed. Up down low. Can't quite find it. Nobody's... Henrik with it. Henrik working behind net. Goes in and goal!
Did we lead off with a goal?
Got one in the first 2 minutes and then got another one. I think they're just crashing the net. And that's what they need to do. Doesn't have to be pretty, just needs to be in the back of the net. Wayzata up 2-0 with 8 minutes left to go in the period.
Scoring for Wayzata Trojans, on 16, Henrik Carlton, assist by number 10, Weston Olstad. Capital 5:51 in the first period.
Good stick there. And Cottage Grove is on sides. They're going to work around Vance. Vance with a great pressure into the corner. Now wins that battle. Tips it around the low boards. Cottage Grove now working through the neutral zone. They'll find some open ice. Working towards the good block there by Wayzata. And Dare coming out of the zone. He's got Foster out wide. Dare coming to the middle. Makes a little move. Tries to send that towards the middle. Puck's loose. Vance retreats back. Takes it up on the blue line. Sends that back down below the boards. Now Dare with it below net. Sends that one up to LaRose. LaRose plays catch with Grayson. Grayson down low. Sends that back down to Dare. Dare after Foster is now back on. Foster will work that along the boards. That's chipped up and along the boards now. Wyman with it. Wyman wraps that back down low. And Wayzata's got new legs on the ice. Cottage Grove reverses their play. Come up to the neutral zone. D's back. Good back check. Louis with a great save. Cottage Grove will win the faceoff, take that one up high. Louis swallows that up. Another great save by Louis. Foster on the faceoff. Wayzata able to win that? They'll send it down below net. Sid gets out of the zone. And now Grayson with it. Grayson makes a move at the blue line. Lots of green blocking the way. Boys lose an edge. All three boys go down. Pile up on three boys. Good stick there by Grayson to pick it up and send it into the corner. That's out of the zone. Foster with a good battle here. Come on, boys. Shot wide. So I was looking at the bleachers there for just a second. If you were watching at home, Grayson kicks it up to himself. He's got 3-on-2 with some numbers. He goes wide, pinned into the corner, and that's chipped off his stick and into the neutral zone. Now Wayzata getting a change. And Louis makes a great save. Puck wrapping around the boards. Now Wyman with it in our own zone. He'll throw that back in the opposite direction. Coming back to... That's Alstead. Alstead chips that up, and Grayson now chips it out of the neutral zone. And Cottage Grove will regroup in the offensive zone and break out. And send for a nice pass with some speed. Comes around the edge. Centering pass, not able to connect on it as the boys were there. Now Weston with it. Weston with some speed. He's going up the ice. Weston taking the edge. Shot on net, but steered aside by the goalie. And good play there by Henrik to hold the zone. Sam applying pressure behind net. Now Tyler Brown gets over. Still on Henrik's stick. Henrik coming towards the middle. Goalie. There it is. Wayzata crashing the net just like they should. 4:36 left to go in the first period. Wayzata with the lead 2-0. Puck outside. Collects that with Tyler. Tyler not able to see that pressure coming on net. Grayson backing up, taking off the pass. Good play there by the boys. Weston making a great play, standing on his head. Just totally isolating the pass and not allowing for any of that play to matriculate, as Wolfpack was definitely on some, had the advantage there. Good clear out front. Boys with some good sticks. Gaffney applying some pressure, not able to connect on that. Puck's bouncing around a little bit right now. Good play there by Tyler. Puck's deflected into the corner, and Charlie will go and collect that. He'll wrap it along the boards over to Henrik. Henrik with it. Sends that one on the boards, tries to get it out of the zone, not able to, and that gets wrapped down again deep. Henrik with it. He'll leave that for Weston. Weston will bring it up the boards and chip that up to Sam. Sam now brings it up to Henrik. Henrik with some speed coming to the neutral zone. He's got a couple guys, hard shot. Goalie makes a save. We'll get an offensive zone draw here with 3:34 left to go in the period. Sullivan will take the face-off with Upsall and Dvorak on the corners, and Vance and LaRose on the back end. Wolfpack will come away with that face-off, although no, that's going to be held into the zone. Upsall with a great play. Louis keeping us in this one as he's just putting some great saves on. Sutherland will take the face off, and they'll tie up. Working through that. Tries for the shot, and that's on net, but Louis able to get some wood on that. Wolfpack entering into their own zone. LaRose battling in the corner as Cottage Grove looking down low, looking for a centering pass. Nothing home. They'll work it down into the corner. And now that's chipped off his stick. And Hagmo with it. Hagmo sends it out to Upsall in his feet. And he can't collect on it and can't control it. They'll rip it down into the neutrals or down deep into the zone, and Vance will retreat. They'll reverse that over to LaRose. LaRose now over to Upsall. Upsall with it, and he'll kick that up the boards and go for a change quickly. We'll send that one down in deep. Wyman will get there. Wyman now with it. Protects the puck. Working down low in the corner. Gets taken down, and we're going to go up on the power play. Hey, good play, boys! 1:35 left to go in the first. Wayzata on the power play. Sam will take the face-off with Bernard on his left, Weston on his right. On the backside, you got Vance and Kellen. Face-off won by Wayzata, and then Charlie will try to rip it down low, and it's tied up at the blue line. Now Sam coming away with it. Sam setting it up. Now works out to Charlie. Charlie with it. It gets tipped off his stick. And a battle here, and Cottage Grove able to come away with that. They've got numbers to the blue line. And sharp angle shot. Not able to connect on it. Vance with it. He'll wrap that around the boards to Weston. Weston will come out of the zone. Good pass there. Just out of the reach of Gaffney, and they'll have to enter into the zone. Cottage Grove will. Sam able to hold the zone. Battles through pressure. Gets taken down. Now Wyman with it. And Wyman will set that back up to Weston. Weston with it. Tries to send that over to Vance. Not able to connect on that pass. And we've got 50 seconds left in the period. 33 seconds left to go in the power play. The boys will retreat back into their own zone. Now that's out of the reach of Gaffney, and that's going to be all the way down. No icing, but boys will pressure. Coming along the boards, Weston there, chips that back down, tries to find Wyman, can't, but he finds Henrik. Henrik tries to come through the neutral zone, bounce off his stick. Puck's just a little bouncy this morning as the boys aren't controlling it quite enough like they should. Cottage goes, tries for a little slip move there, still on the kill for another 5 seconds. We tried to spring Kellen, who was reaching up ice, and just couldn't quite reach on that stretch pass, and that'll be the end of the power play. Short time left in the period.
Oh yeah?
If this fails, if my day job fails.
No, you don't like it anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, fans, don't forget to grab your tournament everything by ordering your team and action photos online after the tournament.
So I raised it up. No, I raised it up. No, because then I'll get you more if you move.
Thank you for supporting.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Wayzata comes out with Foster taking the face off. And we're going to get called for early jump on Cottage Grove. Cottage Grove will get kicked out from the circle and they'll lose the face off. Wayzata wins. They'll send it back into their own zone. Now chip it up to Kellen. Kellen works out wide. Kellen sends that back up high to Memphis. Memphis chipping out front. Puck's down low. Just a little tip down. Now Memphis with it again. Memphis shot out front, deflected, sitting down low again. Puck's loose. And goalie saved. Henrik will take the face-off with Charlie and Sam on his left and right. Puck is still loose. The goalie not able to control this very well, as every shot has a rebound to it, and so the boys can just get it on net. They'll continue to get that opportunities and just crash. Sam with it, battling along the bench. The boys are fighting for the puck, and they'll come away with it. Chipped up the boards, and now not able to come away with the puck, as there was just a lot of battling in the corner. Sam ties up. Gets stick there by Cottage Grove, and he'll go top corner and score. Sullivan will take the face off. Tied up in the neutral zone now. That puck's up in the air. Puck takes a bounce and gets off of their stick into the zone. It's chipped off his stick by Wayzata. Now Wayzata trying to wrap that on him. He gets pinned down low. Centering pass. Upsaw applying pressure.
57 seconds into the second period.
Louis with a great save. Upsaw with it. Upsaw moves up ice. He's got numbers. We got 3-on-3. Working towards it. He crosses the blue line, dumps it down in deep. Cottage Grove will come out of the zone. They'll cut through the middle. Send it up. Shot just wide of the net. Tyler with it. Tyler entering into the zone. He dumps that down in deep. Tyler caught up high. Boys will play up high. Puck goes wide and into the corner, and Dvorak back to retreat that. As that puck wraps it round again. Sets it up for Grayson, who's down below net. Now Grayson with it. Grayson Dare battling in the corner. Middle, as Vance was springing. Puck goes up high, and goalie's going to throw a glove on it. Wayzata with it. They had the face-off one. That's kicked over to Vance. Vance now chips it up deep. Over to Kellen. Kellen coming in wide. Works down low and into the corner to protect that puck. He's got two guys on him, and they'll win that battle. Now Foster joins the party and kicks it back over to Wyman. Wyman back down in the corner. Wyman scoops that puck up and jumps down below net. And Cottage Grove able to come away with that. Deep pinches. And they'll send that back down in deep. And we're going to get there'll be a penalty on us, I believe, as Cottage Grove has the puck. We'll jump in. So Cottage Grove will go up on the power play. Wayzata on the kill for the next minute and a half. As Wyman's going to go to the penalty box for roughing. Gaffney will take the face off. LaRose is working down below net, gets that chipped off his stick, stepped out front. Puck again sent out front. Cottage Grove off a post. Stick there by Gaffney, but reaching that. Louis is going to swallow that up and make a great save. Gaffney will take the face off. Tie up and Cottage Grove able to win that. Sends that wide. Louis able to get over and high off the glass and out. Great play there by Vance. That's going to skip, but it'll be icing as it's just a little bit too much. But precious time ticked off the clock. 10:25 left to go in the first period. 56 left in the kill. Cottage Grove will win the face-off and send that high. Louis able to get a glove on that and get it up above the net as that was a top corner shot that would have gone in. Cottage Grove working their power play system, go towards the middle. Puck still on our stick. LaRose with it. LaRose sends that up into the corner and out of the zone. Wayzata will go for a change. Cottage Grove comes out with some speed, trying to get access to the zone. Vance there. And they'll slow down and set up. Now cut to the middle. Good play there by Sam to break up that. And it's in the back end. And we're tied up 2-2. Cottage Grove now working down low into the zone.
Scoring for the Wolfpack, number 28, William Kaplan, assisted by number 9, Maximus Sassara, and number 8, Brody Harris. Time goal, 4:13 in the second period. Again, that's 28 for 9 from the 8.
Cottage Grove working up high. Now they'll cross the line and come down. Takes a funky bounce. That's not out of the zone as the Cottage Grove will send it back down deep. Now Sullivan with it into the corner and he'll reverse that up to Upsall. Upsall with it. Garrett sends it over. Catches Dvorak in stride. Wayzata with it in the corner, and then Grayson looking at it, sends it up to the point. Hagmo with it out front, and goalie will make a save. As expected, it's going to be a hard-fought battle today as both these teams trying for a win. I said it with a good shot on goal. Cottage Grove able to clear that one aside. Now Tyler Brown working up now over to Grayson. Grayson's in the corner. Foltz will kick that down low. Tyler sending that over in the corner looking for Foltz. Foltz with it, he'll reverse his field, come back down low, work below net, tries for a one-timer and just couldn't quite connect with Kellen. Tyler tries to hold the zone but can't quite. Now sends that back up into the boards. Now Wyman with it, Wyman will dump it down deep. Grayson putting pressure on him, working down below net, got a stick on it, and ties him up in the corner. But Cottage Grove able to come away with it. And that puck's again bouncing all over the place. Cottage Grove coming out wide, shot. Louis steers that one into the side. Now Foster with it. Foster coming through the zone with some speed. Foster can't connect on it. Offsides. Cottage Grove wins that. They'll send it over into the corner and defense try to play catch. Work that up high into the corner. Now Cottage Grove cycles. They're looking down low, trying for a shot, and Louis steers that one. Cottage Grove now working back in their own zone. Grayson working the puck. Grayson working hard as we're clearing out of the zone. Now Cottage Grove coming into the zone with some speed. Good deflection to shoot or hit that puck up over the net. Weston behind net, applying pressure. Now Tyler applying pressure. Cottage Grove looking for a centering pass. Good stick there by Foster, who's able to come away with that. Chips that out of the zone and out. Nice play, Foster. Cottage Grove with that, tries to dump it down deep. We got 16 seconds left to go in the kill. Forced out wide. Louis steers that one into the corner. Now Cottage Grove with it behind our own net. Shot off the post. Louis with a great pad save. Another pad save. Is that his full strength now? As they're working in the corner. Now Henrik with it. Henrik sends that one back down up in the middle. Now that's cleared out of the zone. Hit Henrik. He'll spring. Charlie coming up ice. Working around. Cottage Grove able to come out of the zone. They've got some numbers and some speed. Louis with a great save. Charlie will wrap that around the boards and try to get out, and doesn't get out of the zone, but definitely makes Cottage Grove split out. Now puck sent into the corner and deep, and I believe it will be no icing as they'll wave it off. Stretch pass there by Cottage Grove, and that'll be icing. We'll get ourselves an offensive zone draw with 4:58 left to go in the second period. We're knotted up 2-2. Elliott will take that, cut to the middle. Oh, off the post. Good battle there by Dvorak in the corner. Serious? Called 7 on a roughing. Not liking the physical play that Wayzata's bringing today, which is typically pretty standard for Peewee hockey, especially at the AA level. They've gotten Wyman on it twice and Dvorak on it now for being too aggressive on the ice, apparently. If you ask me, a couple softer calls. But Wayzata will go on the penalty kill here for another minute.
Minute half across second time penalty, 9:25 in the second period.
Puck shot wide into the corner. Now Dare with it. Dare chips that up along the boards, and that's out. And that will not be icing, as that was a great play by Dare just to get enough off. Agamo takes that one off a hand. Now Vance working into the corner, and he'll tie that up. Guy's on holding his stick. Wayzata will go up on the power play and they'll be offsides. We got a minute to do some work. Cottage goes with face off and then Wayzata able to control that neutral zone. Offsides. Wayzata wins the faceoff, sends it up to Fultz. Fultz crosses the red line and dumps it down in deep. Foster will give chase behind the net. Gets a stick on that. Now Henrik with it in the corner. Henrik battling, comes away with it. He'll work that down low. That's chipped off his stick. Battling with Cottage Grove. Now Grayson with it. He'll scoop down below net. Hold it in the corner. The boys are on the power play. They send it up high. On net. And saved by the goalie. 14 seconds left to go on the power play. Grayson with it, way to make us a good play. Oh, just can't come off his stick. We got a missed shot there out front as the boys had it. Now they're working down low. Try to send it up high, bounces along the boards. Now Grayson. We're back to even strength. We're getting a little chippy out on the ice. Foster will take the face up with as Wyman jumped early, as the jumped just before the puck was dropped, so they're going to call him for an early jump. Foster with the face-off win and sends that one down, but just a barren pass, not able to connect on it. Now Foster with it, he'll try to connect up with Wyman, but couldn't quite. Now Grayson with it in the corner. Grayson battles and Cottage Grove sends that one back into our zone. That's bounced around and into the corner. Wayzata with it, sends it up ice. On the stick of Foster. Foster working, battling in the corner, and he'll cross the blue line and dump it in deep. They're taken away by Cottage Grove. Now Cottage Grove with it, and they're coming out of zone. Good stick there by Wyman. Got caught watching it. Foster coming away with it out of behind his own net. Now Memphis working up ice. Memphis cutting through the middle, tries for a pass, but good stick there by puck working down low as Cottage Grove able to come away with that, and they'll move the puck up ice. Memphis will dip that one down in deep again. Cottage Grove now able to exit the zone. Puck coming through the middle. They'll cut to the middle and try to get a shot off. They can't quite. A good stick there by, I want to say it's Grayson. Is able to put it on there. Now stick out front. Memphis with it. He'll chip that up the boards. We got short time. Kellen wide. Reverses. Good block there by Vance, and time will expire. And we're going into the third period as Cottage Grove answers back with 3 unanswered goals in the second. And we're going on to the third.
30-21. Also, for Cottage Grove. Hey, hockey fans, don't forget to grab your tournament memories by ordering your team and action photos online after the tournament. Simply visit UtahHockeyHub.com and hit the Buy Photos link on our homepage. Thank you for supporting Utah Hockey.
Period where it's all decided. Wayzata with it. Foster will win that battle, send it down in deep. Wyman giving chase behind net, and they'll wrap that around the boards. Agamo forcing him out wide. Good play there by Vance. And his puck's chipped up the boards. And Cottage Grove pace is just slow at the moment. And Sam goes down as he's tripped on the face-off. No call. Puck's kicked out wide by Louis. Charlie giving pressure, looking for Weston behind net. Now Weston sends it back to Charlie. Charlie now working along the boards. Again, just controlling the puck. Sends that one back over to Weston. Now Sam. Now Weston with it. Kicks it over to Sam. Sam working up the boards. Sam skating it up high. Shot. Goalie will make a glove save. Wayzata won the face-off. Right on net. Goalie throws the glove on it. We'll get another face-off. Henrik working down behind the net as he'll win the draw and drop it off for Tyler Brown. Comes up and gets tripped into the corner. We're going to just say he lost his footing, although tripped. Now Henrik with it at the blue line. Henrik now working down low. Shot goes into a Cottage Grove player's skate. And Cottage Grove able to come out of his zone with it. And they'll go wide. But Louis able to make the save as that ended up on net somehow. Now Sam with it. Sam sends it up to Cottage Grove coming out of the zone with some speed. Good back check there by Vinar. And we got a hook that we got away with as Tyler had a little pressure on there with his stick. That's wrapped around to Henrik. Henrik now not able to get out of the zone, but able to block that. And now it does get out of the zone. Now we're going to have to tag up. Good puck bounce there for Cottage Grove, but Louis able to make a good save as he's able to get a pad on that. Cottage Grove working up high, and they'll cycle.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay,
Eight minutes left to go in the period. Score 3-4. Wayzata desperately needed that one, and we're able to capitalize on the goal. And the great play and good effort there by Wayzata as they good work through his zone. Kellen able to hold the zone, gets taken out and tripped, but no call. As they say, play on. Now LaRose with it and tries to send that one down in a little bit deeper. That comes off the skate, and now Cottage Grove with it, and they'll go on a break. Louis makes a good save as that goes off his stick. Wyman getting held. Good job there by Sam to hold the zone and work and pressure Cottage Grove down below net. Now Henrik pressuring, and that get kicks out to Vance. Vance, hard shot out front, and just goes wide of the net. And that'll be no icing as they're going to wave that off. How the heck is that not icing as it came from the opposite end? And that's chipped up. That's stick now. LaRose with it. LaRose chips it up to Bernard. Bernard coming through the neutral zone, kicks it over to Kellen. Henrik. And a save made. Cottage Grove comes out and wins the face-up, and they'll cut screaming through the neutral zone. Weston, good stick. We'll throw a blocker on that. Just made it look cool and calm. Puck still in our zone, though, as Wayzata can't clear yet. Weston still continues to work. Tyler Brown now working on it, and that's up front. Henrik with a great play to take that into the zone. Now chipped off his stick. Sent out front. Louis making a great save. Now that's chipped off on Sam's tape. Bernard's tape. Bernard's bumped off the puck as he's at the end of his shift. Tyler able to hold his own, works around the guy and sends that one in deep. Now Sam working on it. We got a trip. Wayzata's going to go up on the power play. Gaffney will take the face off with Bernard on his left. .6:34 left to go in the period. Minute and 30 here on the power play. Wayzata wins that, kicks it up to Hagemo. Hagemo sends that back over to Bernard. Bernard works down low to... Puck sitting out front. Oh, just sitting there, not able to do anything with it. And that's going to go all the way down for an ice. And we'll get ourselves an offensive zone draw. Wayzata wins the draw. Charlie with that. Charlie with Vance. Vance sends that back over to Bernard. Bernard works down low to Sam. Sam works behind the net. Sends that one out. Now Kellen with it. Kellen sends it up to Vance. Vance, hard shot, just wide of the net. Alstead with it. Alstead sends that back down low to Sam. Sam with it in the corner. Sam sends it up to Bernard. Bernard over to Hagemo. Hagemo sends it over into the corner to Wyman. Wyman now picking it up. Hard shot out front. Goalie making a save. Sam working behind the net. Sends that one over to Bernard. Wyman now. Hagemo up high. No chance for a rebound as the boys clogged up the middle, and that puck goes into the corner. Now Sam with it. Sam working down behind that. He gets pinned. Weston coming away with the puck. He looks for Wyman. Wyman with it. Wyman makes a move. Puck out front. Back of the net. Somehow doesn't get in the back of the net. And that puck just chipped out, and Cottage Grove able to avoid, and they'll be icing with 2 seconds left on the power play as they were able to kill it so far. There was 2 seconds left on that. I just looked. There was 2 seconds if you want the video feed. Winnipeg says 2 seconds on it.
Right? Call Canada.
Go to Toronto.
I mean, I looked over and I was like, we've got 2 seconds left on the podcast.
Wait, for sure. So hot.
Well, they blew the whistle. I looked up, saw 2 seconds, and drew back. Ooh, just wide. Weston sends that one back down to Gaffney. Gaffney out front. Charlie working down low. As the puck is eaten in the corner. And Cottage Grove will send that wide. 4 minutes and 39 seconds left to go in the period. And Cottage Grove full strength. We need one here. Sullivan will take the face out and get tied up and then tip that back down below net. Now Memphis with it. Memphis will come along the boards, send it up to Dvorak. Dvorak will catch that, send it up ice. He's moving up. He'll take the edge coming into the corner. Bumped off the puck and that's sent in the corner for Sullivan. Sullivan with it and he'll jip it back down low. As that does make it out of the zone. Memphis with it. Memphis has a good spot. Crosses the red line, dumps it down deep for Dare to give chase. Dare will go after that battle. Gets taken down below net. Caught up and along the boards. Goes off a post or off the bench, and that takes a funky bounce. And Wayzata will get a change. With 3:45 left to go in the period. Wayzata will dump it down and give chase. Cottage Grove able to get that puck. Grayson with good pressure behind the net. Now Foster with good. Rose tries to pinch, not able. Now Cottage Grove. Good back check there by Foster, who pushes that aside. Cottage Grove cycling around, looking for backdoor. Hagmo there with a good stick. Now Hagmo looking to come out of the zone. Makes a move. Looking for middle, cuts to the middle. Shot and that goes out wide to Grayson with it. Grayson now working behind his own net. Grayson gets hooked. Sends that one up to Vance. Vance holds his own. Reverses it, comes back in. Drives down low. Wyman up front. Wyman with a backhand shot. Not able to connect, and the goalie makes a good save. Louis is going to make a save with 2:08 left to go in the period. Henrik will take the face-off. Henrik wins that into the corner. Now Tyler Brown with it, wraps it around, and Gaffney will come into the corner and he'll come out with it. Gaffney working up ice, tries for a pass, slow roller over to Charlie. Charlie now with it. Great pass there, good puck movement as the puck goes off. Now Sam with it. Sam within the corner as he wins the battle. Henrik working down low, takes that away, comes towards the middle. Oh, just misses up high. Tyler with it. Tyler will save that into the zone. And Vinar will work into the corner, now assisted by Gaffney. Now Henrik going below net. And the boys will battle again for it. Tyler will get there and pinch and hold the zone. Now Tyler with it. Gets just swallowed up by the biggest guy on the ice. Now Tyler sends it back down low. 1:25 left to go in the period. Wayzata currently down 4-3 by losing to Cottage Grove. That's a slip missed on it. Sends it out front. The goalie will put a glove on it and hit the save. Wayzata will call a timeout. The 1:15 left to go in the game. Will take the face off, and Cottage Grove able to win that. And they'll send it in the corner, bounce it off the boards, and send it for an icing all the way down. Down in the corner as Cottage Grove able to get there. Now Weston able to maintain possession of that puck. He works it down low. Wyman with it. Wyman working down behind net. Better move it. Cottage Grove will win the draw. Wayzata will cross the line, dump it down in deep. We got 35 seconds left to go in the period. Hagemo with it. Hagemo coming around zone, drops that off to Vinar. Vinar now with it. Vinar coming out of the zone. He'll cut through the neutral ice. We got short time, 25 seconds left to go. He'll go wide. Dump that one down in deep. Now Vinar with it. He'll come along the boards, reverse. Take that one for Gaffney, and that's just coming off his stick and thrown down ice, and that'll be